13 months in the jungle.
Video games are an expensive hobby, but at the same time, games are cheaper and more accessible today than ever before. When the Atari 2600 launched in 1977, it cost $200, which doesn't sound too
cost of
horrible,
production now.
Just for
cost of production though, people want more features, better graphics, longer storylines, and higher replayability rates, while getting free DLCs and extended content and roadmaps over years for the games that they enjoy for the same price they used to pay a long time ago. So
and realized that was like it costing $900. Imagine paying $900 to play this.
Some game, huh?
Some game!
$60. This is what you expect to pay for a brand new AAA video game. But where
Jesus.
did this price come from? Well, in those initial Atari days, games were going for $20 to $30, so pretty good deal. Wait a minute. What the fuck? $120 for Plaque Attack? Oh no!
what, with inflation was on $120?
To play Oink. Oink, ladies and gentlemen. $120 to play Tax Avoiders. Why did you have to avoid paying your taxes? Because video games cost $120. God.
Oh
damn.
God.
Jump to NES times. Games are now $60, which was like $150. Jesus
Christ.
However, that price point would remain at $60 going into future console generations. So while the value of the dollar dropped, video games were subtly becoming cheaper with each passing year. Except when they try to sell Turok for $80.
Oh, I love Turok. I had this game.
There better be over 80 dinosaurs in this game.
Actually, what happened? Okay, guys, I guess I have to come clean about this. Okay, guys, I have to come clean. I've committed maybe a crime. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. When I was young, we lived in this really weird, odd house, and it kept getting broken into. I've said this before. Okay, it's an old house. It was in a very bad neighborhood. And the car kept getting broken into, the house kept getting broken into, okay? And we had this really cheap-ass Blockbuster. They would rent fucking, every week would rent like 4 or 5 cartridges. And one time, we moved out. Moved out to a new house. Somewhere else, motherfucker. And we forgot to give the cartridges back to the Blockbuster or whatever. And we didn't give them back, so we kept them. But we changed address so they couldn't track it. So we kept them, dude, because we live too far now, dude. And then we had them. And Turok. We had Turok. We had Zelda Majora's Mask. We had Zelda Ocarina of Time. And 1080. No, we own that. We own 1080. I don't know, what was some other one.
$80 for Turok?
There better be over 80 dinosaurs in this game.
$60 is still a lot of money today, but for a top-of-the-line video game that you are going to play and enjoy for the rest of your life, a work of art that developers poured years of their lives into, $60 for that? That's just a good deal. The joke is, how many $60 games meet that criteria?
Oh,
these dumbass
no.
games out here, you should be paying me $60 to play this bullshit. The price of a game has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of a game. Madden costs as much as Mario Odyssey. Assassin's Creed is $60, and Red Dead 2 is $60. Cyberpunk is an unfinished game, doesn't matter, $60. Doom Eternal is one of the best shooters of all time, also $60. It's like if you walked into a car dealership and you could buy a Rolls Royce for the same price as a used PT Cruiser. Where it gets even more absurd is when you take into account indie games.
Well, now that I think of it, chat, guys, $60, you get the game, right? But you know when you get a deluxe edition, it's $115 or $120, which is nearly double the price, $60 extra, and all you get is like 3 skins, 2 voice lines, and some weird art book digital that nobody asked for.
Celeste, Cuphead, Sonic Mania, Inside, Gungeon. These are some of the best games you can play, and they cost $20. Meanwhile, Metal Gear Survive is $30, Sonic Forces was $40, Balan Wonderworld was $60. What the fuck are these prices? They're just picking an arbitrary number out of Balan's golden hat.
The waiting game. Oh no.
Marketing will forever manipulate gamers into wanting to buy the brand new cutting edge game, even when there's nothing new about the game because it's all built on recycled technology from years ago. My question is, why is everyone in such a rush to play a new shitty game that isn't even finished yet, that cost a lot of money, when you motherfuckers haven't even played any of the classics that have been out for years? Why are you trying to play Mass Effect Andromeda when you haven't even played Mass Effect 2? Why are you buying Metal Gear Survive when you haven't even played Metal Gear Solid? Why are you buying any game when you haven't even played Mario Galaxy yet? You big bitch. I feel like I just have to start showing up at GameStops at this point. When I see somebody pick up a dumbass game, I just knock it out of their hand like, no, no, go pick a better game.
Copy that.
God of War is
pretty good.
$17, Uncharted is $16, Doom is $25, Phantom Pain is $18, Devil May Cry is $23, so don't let me catch you out here spending $70 on Lawn Mowing Simulator like I know you will. I will come down on you for doing some bullshit like this.
Oh my
Even
God, this
good
is kind of
games
fun.
drop in value fast. Ubisoft junk even faster. More than ever, video games are fighting over your money, and as the industry grows, so do your options as a consumer. Now, when I said games drop in value fast 2 seconds ago, I was talking about every game that isn't made by Nintendo. Nintendo games are expensive.
Oh, no.
Skyward Sword is a 10-year-old Wii game, $60. Mario Kart came out in 2014, doesn't matter, $60. Why are they so expensive? Because it says Nintendo on
Hey,
it.
don't get me started on the Steam prices for the old COD fucking games. Oh, COD game made in 2003, $1,200 on Steam, official price. Holy fuck.
Nintendo is-
Oh, DLC that we made fucking 16 years ago? How about $80 just for you? Easy price. What about, you know what, you can buy the season pass. Oh, wait, winter 2021? Winter 2022? No. Summer 2006. What? $60. What the fuck?
In video games, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, which could be considered the pinnacle of their genre. Not to mention 3D platformers, which you might as well just call the 3D Mario game genre at this point. Not only is Nintendo the best game developer today, but they have
That's
been
only the
for
truth, though.
4 decades. And this is how they get away with selling Kirby for $60. Nintendo games are not created equally, but they are sold as equals. Mario Odyssey is $38, and Splatoon 2 is $55. And I just gotta
Splatoon.
sit here and say, okay, while I would gladly pay $100 for a game as good as Pikmin 3, I feel disgusted.
Pikmin was
and
revolutionary when it came out.
insulted who ask $60 for a Pokemon Sword. Get the fuck out of here. I'll give you $1 for this game.
Oh, no.
Have you ever heard the expression, the best things in life are free?
Yeah,
League of Legends,
but-
Valorant, Fortnite, all of the best
Nah. No, wait a minute.
things in life
No.
are free. League of Legends, Valorant.
The marketing model for Valorant is fucking shameless. Okay? The whole menus are all about the skins. Everything's about the skins, the battle passes, the things to buy. Motherfucker, you think you had it bad paying $6 for a game? Wait till you spend fucking $3,000 over 2 years on skins for this piece of shit game, and the skins don't even look good. They
Fortnite.
don't even
All of the
look
best
good,
video
dude.
games are free. Wait, the $60 annual franchise is now a dinosaur. Call of Duty and Battlefield are higher quality games, but they've
Yep.
monetized in such an exploitive way that people are flocking to free-to-play titles instead. Why pay $60 for a game with a 1-year lifespan when they're still updating Fortnite with free content years later? Then you got Overwatch over here, $40 for a game that is 10 times more polished and replayable than any Call of Duty or Battlefield, and they added how many characters and maps to that game over the years. And now Halo Infinite is going free to play. $60 for this bullshit? This is over.
Happy New Year, Xbox.
Now, back in my day, this must have been around 1910, there was a rental store called Blockbuster. Blockbuster had a deal called Game Pass, where you could pay a monthly fee to keep out
We had
one or two
Videotron
games,
where I
and you
live.
could come in whenever you wanted and swap them out for another game. Back then, this was the best way to game the system. I remember Blockbuster always had that movie Pirates, and it didn't have Johnny Depp in it. I think it was,
you know what?
this was a different version of the movie. Today, that deal lives on.
Some of you cuck lords, I know for a fact, dude, you should feel bad. You wanna know why? I know some of you in the chat, you know who you are. You would get the game at Blockbuster, you would put it into your fucking console, your cartridge, and instead of saying new game, you would say continue. You dirty person. Weird.
As the
I
Xbox
know you
Game
did it.
Pass. For $15
I know you've done
a
it.
month, you can get access to a pretty decent library of games. I think it's something like 300
That is
games.
weird.
And there is some really good stuff in here. The only thing wrong with the Xbox Game Pass is that the second I recommend this to people, you already know snake-ass Microsoft is going to triple the price on this thing. Sadly, many of the best video games out there are not available on any modern devices. Say you want to play a Sega Saturn game. Well, first you're going to need the console. What the fuck? and then the game. Let's look for Panzer Dragoon Saga. $1,700. Now remember when I said that games drop in
Couldn't you
value?
emulate that,
We are
though?
at a point where remastered versions of games are now outdated. Metal Gear Solid 4 is still only playable on the PS3. Ridge Racer? That doesn't exist. What are you talking about? Do you mean Renzo Racer?
Good.
This is fucking lame.
GoldenEye. What the fuck is Golden? Are you talking about Golden Tee? That's not a real game. I think you're thinking of the Watch Dogs 2 Golden City bundle. Tekken 3? Huh? Are you talking about the Tekken 7 Season Pass 3? Beautiful Joe. What?
Don't talk about
You
copyright
mean Joe's
infringement.
Diner?
That's theft.
Emulation is pretty much the only practical way to get at classic games. If it's on arcade, NES, SNES, Genesis, PS1, Game Boy, DS, PS2, N64, or GameCube, you can probably emulate it. Now this may or
That's
may
theft.
not technically
Listen,
be legal.
I get it that it's theft.
But this is just a straight up fucking
Not saying you
crime.
should do
And
it.
What's nice
I'm
about
just saying.
emulating games is that they're all free. Remember, back in the 70s, this was $150. Today, it's a 7-kilobyte file.
Why don't they port their own games to bundles you can buy so you can play them?
Are cheeseburgers really this bad for your teeth?
You don't know what to buy your dad for fucking Father's Day, and you know he was a gamer back in the days, right? What if you could buy a bundle of all his old games that are now possibly replayable, right? Because they ported their own games onto platforms that are not more modern,
XQCL.
instead of having to emulate them and do theft. Want me to show you what theft? I'll show you some theft. You want to see theft? You're looking right at it. You're looking right at it. It's right in front of you. Game from 2015 or some shit. 2000 whatever the fuck. It has all the
23.
bundles. This is it. $800. $800. Black Ops 3 Chronicles Season Pass. It's a Season Pass for $50. What season? November 2015.
You're welcome for the pocket.
Oh, you want to revisit my old game that you used to love? Sure, man. 50, 40, 8, 10, 20, what? $800. You know what? Fuck you. How about you remortgage the house? Sell the house. Buy my DLC. What the fuck is that?
13 months Bogu.
That's it. Make bundles more affordable. Man.
7 baby.